Greetings, everyone. Planet Mitch, giveawayrocket.com. It is Friday. It is launch day. I need a sound effect for launch. I know I have this one. That's a space sound effect, but that's not very launchy. There's this one.
Danger, danger!
Danger, danger! Does anybody out there know what TV show that's from? 5 points. 5 bonus points if you know what TV show that's from. Thanks for tuning in. It is Friday, March 15th, and it is launch day for the Win Together program. I've got a lot of exciting people involved. It's going to be a good day. We are going to start out with a whole bunch of, boring stuff. Like what's going to happen and how we're going to do it. And hi, Steven. Very good. Bonus points for you. Lost in Space is correct. Stephen P. Crump. Good to see you. I've tried to get you on Messenger a couple of times, and you just don't seem to ever answer the right thing, or I'm not getting the right stuff or something. So today is launch day for the Win Together program. Lost in Space. Very good. And what was the name of the robot that said that?
Danger, danger!
Since you seem to know everything. And if you watch that show, it is the most boring, slow show. The pacing is like horrific. I've watched replays of that. And it is... It's like pulling teeth or watching molasses grow. I just made up a new phrase. Anyway, we used to think it was the best show ever, but then time moves on. So anyway, Win Together program launches today. If you don't know what that is, then I'll tell you. What we're going to do is we are going to do a segment today on learning to plan your contest, how to plan the right way. And over the next week, we are going to go through some additional steps on that. And we are going to figure out what the right prizes are for you. And we are going to dive into UpViral middle of next week to late next week, and by the end, what we're going to do in that process is the people that are in the Win Together program is we're going to analyze prize ideas. We're going to talk amongst ourselves, and we're going to figure out maybe there's a better prize option. Maybe this should be something you should try. So this is going to be a lot of interaction. We're going to actually have to talk to each other. Oh no! And then we're going to build the campaigns in UpViral, and we're going to give each other feedback. We're going to do reviews of everybody's lead pages and share pages, and then on April 1st, we're going to have a big launch. There's the launch sound, and we're going to run everybody's campaign simultaneously, where there's going to be a master page where hopefully everybody... a couple of people have asked about some issues. There's... one young lady who is a little concerned that her customer doesn't want that campaign shown. So, we might have to work through a few things like that. But we're going to have this master page where all the campaigns are listed, and we're going to ask you, those of you who are in the program, to somehow, doesn't have to be through your email list, but maybe hopefully, either share that page or one of the campaigns or a couple of the campaigns that might apply, or maybe even not apply, but maybe people will get the idea that you're open to sharing and helping other people out. And so we're going to run our campaigns for 2 weeks, depending upon, what your needs are, the people that are in the program. And so we're going to see how it goes. So the whole idea here is... it's like, I mentioned it to somebody yesterday, it's very much like one of these, 10-day programs that you get in where you're going to start exercising, and it's a challenge, right? It's a personal challenge. Well, this is an actual get her done kind of thing. You might, in a 10-day exercise challenge, you're exercising, and you're probably getting some benefits from that. And why my face itches today, I don't know. But in this kind of a challenge, we're going to be learning and we're going to be executing and we're going to be growing our business. So we're going to put leads in your pocket. And theoretically, hi, Bobby. And theoretically, the whole plan, the whole idea of doing contests is to make those leads turn into what? Cash. That's right, cashola. Something that you can have in your pocket. So that's the plan. We are launching today at 3 p.m. I'm sorry, it's 3 p.m. my time. 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. The session will, of course, be recorded. I already know a couple of people who won't be able to attend today. But since it will be recorded, and they will be able to watch and get caught up and understand all the things that are going on. There is going to be a private Facebook group. There is going to be some messenger stuff that I'm going to be sending out because I'm learning how to do that. I've thought about Slack. I don't know whether, I mean, I can, there's already so many different ways of communicating with people. Somebody asked me about, well, will there be a Slack group? And I'm like, yeah, that's just one more way of getting lost, I think. If you have a team that works together really well, Slack works great. But if there's not a lot of activity, people don't think, well, I got to go check Slack, right? They're already in Messenger, they're already in Facebook groups, they're already in your chat bots and stuff. So I don't think I'm going to go with Slack, but I have had people ask. So even if you see this message, I need a haircut desperately. I usually keep my hair fairly short because I don't like all this. Anyway, it is Friday. I think. So a couple of people have said, another question that came up, well, who was it? I know there's 2 people that are in Australia that are in the program, and they're worried about, well, I'm going to do local contests. Why would I try to share my local contest with everybody else that's in the Win Together program? Because I don't want leads from the United States and all these other places. Okay. It still could be nice to share the page and maybe share other people's campaigns. But part of the whole point of doing something like this is to learn how to work together, how to find different resources. I mean, you potentially, and granted, a small local business may not work so well this way, but maybe if you get in this program, you'll find somebody that you could partner with, and you guys could do the campaign together, have a bigger prize pool, have bigger, all those kind of things. So there's all kinds of opportunities that can happen here. This is the first time I'm doing it, so it's going to be a little rough on the edges. We're going to figure out the right way to make this happen. We're going to do it again. I don't know exactly when. We're going to do it again because I'm really believing that getting people, I mean, how many people are out there that are up viral people that own the software and just don't freaking use it? Heck, I don't have my own contest running right now. Shame on me. But I'm going to launch one, and I actually came up with an idea. I've had this idea before, and I didn't execute on it because, ideas come and go. And so I'm toying with the idea of creating my campaign in this process. And if anybody is interested, yes, Steven says, me, unfortunately. There's plenty of us out there that buy tools and then don't use them. I actually have, so, yeah, Bobby says that to me too. But Bobby, we're working on you. You're doing something at least. The idea that I had it was last year. There are different tools out there, right? And why I throw up 3, I don't know. There's more than 3 tools. There's Viper, there's UpViral, there's Gleam, there's that rocket thing that I can never freaking remember the name of that. Why do I need to put it on a post-it note somewhere here on my computer so I can remember. I will say Rocket Rooster, but that's not right. That's a friend of mine who runs a website called Rocket Rooster. Anyway, so my idea is that I'm going to do my own contest in this process. And what I'm going to do, maybe I'm kind of committing to it, is to actually use some other tools like Viper and potentially Gleam. And there's a new one that somebody pointed out to me today called SOCI Animals. I think that's what it is. It's on AppSumo. And it's a scheduling tool for doing social posts. But they also have a contest component to it. And theoretically, the video I watched just a few minutes ago is you can actually have like Instagram photo contest, which appeals to me. And I got to figure out how that works. But anyway, so during this first run through of Win Together, what I'm thinking about doing for myself, and again, if anybody's interested, they can tune in or not tune in, but I want to set up a Viper campaign because I own a lifetime license of that, and I've never used it, and potentially Gleam, although I don't own a license for that. I also have viral loops, which I might try. And so what I can do, I have another program called PrettyLink Pro. And with PrettyLink Pro, so it's like a short a URL shortener. But you can also have it set up so that you could have like 3 different URLs. So you have a main component like giveawayrocket.com/giveaway. And it will evenly divide all of the people that come to that link to the 3 links that I give them. So I could send them to an UpViral campaign. I could send them to a Viper campaign. I could send them to a Viral Loops campaign simultaneously. And we could, so it would be an even traffic distribution in the front end. But obviously, like if one person signs up and starts doing a lot of referrals and they're on Viper, for example, then you could get more leads on one thing than another. So maybe looking at direct leads is a way of figuring out which one worked better, or conversion rates or whatever. So we're going to figure some of that stuff out. But again, I'm kind of going to do this on the fly and we'll figure it out together, right? Win together. WIN stands for what? Implementation and nurturing. Now, we're not going to cover a whole lot of the nurturing side of it, frankly. We're pretty much going to do the front end because the nurturing side is a whole lot of back end stuff, right? After the campaign's over, how do you get people, all that kind of stuff. Email list 101. So anyway, that's the plan. If you're interested in doing that, there is a fee involved, unless you're a founder. But I think almost all the founders know about this by now. I'm still amazed, Stephen, that you knew Lost in Space. For those of you tuned in later,
Danger, danger.
Stephen P. Crump knew the answer to that. Who is that? He didn't tell me, though, what the name of the robot is that did that. I know the answer. At least I think I do. Wasn't it? No, I'm not going to give the answer. So if you're watching on replay, do # replay and give me the answer to what's the name of the robot. No prizes here. I don't have any prizes ready to go. Sorry. I was kind of fascinated. Does anybody have any questions about Win Together? Let me know. It is kind of vague, and it's kind of bootstrapping, right? We're just kind of going by the fly on this. Going by the fly? Where did that come from? Where I needed another space analogy. Fly by wire is what pilots say. Steven says, the robot name escapes me. I think it was Robbie. I think it was Robbie the robot, wasn't it? Okay, I just gave it away. It's shaping up. Anyway, Steven, let's if you've been on the stick and not getting your campaigns done, maybe you should be in this. And if you can't start today, that's okay. All of the stuff will be recorded and you can watch it on replay. And it will be in the Giveaway Rocket Mothership, so you can find it and you can watch it and all that kind of stuff. And you can catch up. Gosh, see, I forgot what I... Oh, Ken. Ken is one of our founding members. And Ken has been putting off getting things done and has been kind of doing some planning about his campaign. And he has kind of done a kickstart and moved his timeline up in order to participate in this win together. So a couple of people are just flat out jumping in and going, okay, you're right, Mitch. I need to just freaking do it and get it done. So I'm going to switch over, and I don't know what, let me see what I have to make sure that I'm not switching over to my desktop and then sharing something that is, like, totally inappropriate. Not that I would have anything inappropriate on my screen. Alright, so that's the first thing, and this is the... I really, really wish Facebook wouldn't pop up all of these private message things. So, let me make that screen bigger. All right. So, I'm going to switch over to my desktop. If you have any questions, again, pop those questions in. I also have to turn this off because I have a tool called Haze Over, which I'm trying to use to get me to focus. And when you turn it off, when you have it turned on, every time you switch to an application, everything else goes dark. And so when I do that, I can't see. And now I see that my desktop's still not sharing. Let me try this again. There it is. All right. See, I have to be able to see in order to know that you guys are seeing what I see. I was fascinated. Again, I'm constantly looking at other people's campaigns to see what's going on. And the question comes to my mind, what can you do a giveaway for? Now, with all in the United States, and I don't know about the rest of the world, but this kind of blows me away. Oh, what a bad thing to say, blows me away. A epic giveaway to win a Barrett M82A1, whatever that is, $11,000 value rifle. Take home the exact setup that Matt from Demolition Ranch uses to stop a running car in his newest video. I don't know. Would you share this on your timeline? Would you? I don't know. Sign up for our newsletter. Check out our video. Check out the long selection of long guns, handguns. Terms and conditions are down there. I know in the United States, giving away a handgun there are some rules about that, and I hope that they are following those rules. But, man. Refer friends for extra entries. 821 points. Now, see? See, I haven't entered this, so I don't get all the details. Looking at other people's campaigns is really kind of cool because you do get to find out what's happening in the world, right? So they are emphasizing, I'll just turn that off, they really want you to refer friends, which is what I've been promoting to people for a long time. 821 points to refer friends. Now, see, that's golden. That's where the gold is if you're running your campaign. Pardon me, that's where you really need to be, is encouraging that. And these guys are doing that. So, clicking on, seeing your other selection of guns, follow us on Twitter, those things are valuable. But they're really promoting the tweet, And they have to give you a lot of points, I think. They have to give you a lot of points for you to tweet about winning a gun. Just find that really, really fascinating. What do you guys think? What do you think about giving away a gun, an $11,000 rifle? 12 days left. Just blows me away. God, I did it again. Bad pun.
Huh?
And what I really should say is this one.
Danger, danger.
What do you think about giving away a gun? Does this make sense? It's just a different environment. People are interested in different things. Guns don't appeal to me at all. I think they're dangerous. I don't like them. I don't like people having them. I just don't know. Steven says it's definitely epic. That's for sure. One epic giveaway. I mean, $11,000 gun. That's pretty valuable. I really love to know how many leads they get off of something like this. Now, this is done with Gleam, by the way, if you don't know. Steven says I wouldn't promote it though. Right. And that's the issue with their kind of campaign. You know, when we're going to talk about this and Win Together is having the right prize that people are going to promote, that will share. And I would not, even if I were interested in this, I wouldn't share it with my friends unless I directly knew that those people were gun people and very interested. And so it must work. They're probably doing this. But one of the things Gleam does at times is they're right here between the 0 entries and the days left. Sometimes you can turn it on and off. You can come to a Gleam campaign and see how many entries there are. And I would never turn that on myself, but you can kind of deduce. I mean, it's not how many leads they have. It's not how many email addresses they have. It's how many entries. And with something with 821 points per friend, extra entries. See, I like that it says extra entries as opposed to points, because nobody understands what points are, but they understand extra chances to win, right? See, we couldn't really totally analyze how many leads they'd gotten, but I wish on some of these campaigns that I could see that. Because it's interesting from a campaign creator how many leads they're getting, right? Right. All right, so the other thing I wanted to share with you, since we're already 24 minutes into this, was I told you about the AppSumo offer. Let me blow this up just a little. The tool is called Sociamonial. I don't even know how to say it. Sociamonial, like testimonials, right? Monials. Sociamonials. You're seeing me embarrass myself on learning how to pronounce something live on Facebook. Sociamonials. The interesting thing about this, right? So it's it's a social posting tool, like scheduling. And I don't know if I would just watch this video, and I probably can't just pipe right to it, but there's like a calendar in here, so you can set up. I love this gal, by the way. Have you seen her? Oh, sure. Now this Facebook thing's going to show up. If you've ever seen the show, my brain's not working. The show with the girl with all the tattoos. She reminds me of that because she has massive tattoos on her arms. God, what's the name of that show? I've watched it recently. Anyway, yeah. Totally irrelevant to the conversation, right? So somewhere in here is a picture of, let me just, so you can schedule your posts. You can put posts, photos, message, schedule it, add a call to action, some interesting stuff. But they also have, and I don't remember where it is in here, blind spot. Thank you, Stephen. Blind spots. They have this. So this is a campaign, a photo contest, and you can. This is the templates that you can pick, and you can actually. They said track the entries. I don't remember. I mean, I shouldn't be trying to do this way. This is horrific. Because I've only watched it once, but oh, here it is, I think. Yeah. Oh, so this was, I don't know. This, yeah, approved customer photos. This is where you could come in and say that photo was good or not, and pick the winner and all that kind of stuff. So that's one way of doing it. If we're on this, if we go back to this screen, oops. They're showing off the templates. So you can do a referral campaign, an engagement campaign. You can do sweepstakes. So I'm going to buy this today. It's $49 for a lifetime. I want to see what it's like. I don't suspect that it's as good as something like UpViral. I do notice that they have fraud prevention, so I'm curious to see what that is. The ability to approve submissions via mobile, and white label options that make a split testing, which is one of the UpViral things that you pay $49 a month for. So I'm really curious to see how this works. It's apparently been around a while. I've never heard of it. Currently on sale for $49 lifetime on AppSumo. If you want, I'll give you my link and I get $10 back if you're interested in this. But I'm going to buy it and see what the heck happens. So with AppSumo, if you don't know about AppSumo, then you get a lifetime license, but there are some restrictions. So for example, up to 5,000 campaign entries per month per code. So if you spend $49, you get a code, and then if you spend another $49, you get a second code. So you could get 10,000 campaign entries per month. So if you're attempting to run more than one campaign, or you get a campaign that really goes crazy and you get a lot of leads, then you have to be careful because you might run out of limits. I don't know what their normal pricing is. SOCIAMONI. So see, I'm almost spelling it right now. So let's see what their regular pricing is. $49 a month is what AppViral. Gosh, it's Friday. UpViral charges $49, 20 social profiles, landing pages, blah blah blah. Up to 1,000 campaign entries per month. The 149 is up to 5,000 per month. I did a campaign a couple of months ago for a client that had 56,000 leads in a month, so I'd be in big trouble with something like this, which is why I stick with UpViral most of the time. But maybe for smaller campaigns, this could be really interesting. I mean, what happens if you do the Instagram thing, which I still totally don't understand how they do that. Then, if you get something that goes crazy, how does that work? We'll have to figure that out. So those are the things I wanted to share with you today. Again, the Win Together program starts this afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern, or Saturday morning if you're over in Australia. A couple of people joining us from there. So if you have any questions, pop them down below. Happy to answer those. Again, if you can't start today, you can jump on and we'll get you up and running. Curious to know if anybody has any questions or any thoughts on sociamonials. I am going to have a hard time with that. Sociamonials. And the gun contest. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. If you're watching on replay, hit pound sign replay. If you want to know more about Win Together, just send me a private message on Messenger. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me right now. And I will talk to you again on Monday and let you know how things are going with Win Together. And you still could jump in then. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Stephen, for all the answers for Blind Spot. And let's chat. If you're interested in this, Stephen, I want to get you in there. The next time I do this, it's going to cost more than it costs now. It's insanely cheap right now. For the amount of stuff that you're going to get out of me, this is insane. That's my opinion. Hopefully people are going to say the same. Yes, it's time to actually use UpViral. Actually, that's the whole point. To get you off the stick and to get you busy. So tune in again on Monday. I will have something fun to share on Monday. And here's an outro for you. Good to talk to you, Stephen. Thanks for tuning in.
I had a fun time. Now turn that off.
Now, that wasn't the one I wanted to do. See, I have to learn the keyboard shortcuts. Oh, I got to do this. That's why.
Bye! Bye, everybody!
Bye.
Goodbye.
I had a fun time. Now turn that off.